DC is back and better than ever before. And we're going to go through the reasons why I think DC is going to start taking over Marvel in the next couple years. What I'm saying is Marvel had the throne the past 10, 15 years, but now they're going to have to check their shoulders. You know what I mean? They're going to have to... You know what I mean? DC's on their back. DC is back. You might say this is reactionary because of The Penguin, the amazing series that just finished recently as of this recording. But no. DC has got some things in the work that I think might trump Marvel this time. But let's do a backstory on Marvel and DC and where they have been the past couple years. So Marvel, they kickstarted their main universe on the big screens with Iron Man 1, right? Back in 2008 or something, just back then they started it back then. Since then till about 2019, this whole 10+ year period, they had taken the cinemas by storm. Movies everywhere were playing their films. They were making billions of dollars or pounds. I'm from the UK, we say pounds. And it just seemed like DC was just so far away. During this time period that Marvel were making banger after banger after banger, DC had no reply in the big screen anyway. They'd released The Man of Steel back in 2012, I believe, which wasn't received very well, but me personally, I love that film. Man of Steel is a banger and always will be a banger. No Man of Steel disrespect will be tolerated here. We love Man of Steel around here. Do you understand? As I was saying, Man of Steel was released in 2012 and it wasn't received very well. And since then, their movies have just not really been hitting. You know, they had Batman v Superman, which was just alright. Then they had that horrible Justice League film. They should have never even released that. They just made us DC fans look whack. Really and truly, these men are releasing horrible Justice League films whilst Marvel's out here releasing Black Panther and Captain America Civil War and the Avengers. DC were in the mud, bro. Really in the mud for the past 10-15 years. We've had no real standout film from DC in the past 10 or so years. Although we did have the Dark Knight trilogy, which is one of the greatest trilogies of all time, by the way, but that's outside of DC's universe. It was kind of like Spider-Man and the rest of Marvel for the longest of times. You know what I mean? With Tobey Maguire, with Andrew Garfield. Great standalone films, not part of the Marvel DC continuity, not part of the DC/Marvel continuity. I'm talking more specifically the Justice League continuity with the Flash, Superman, and Batman and Wonder Woman. They all had a couple films. Although Batfleck, which is what they call him, he didn't get his own film. So I don't know why they did that. But Flash got a film, Wonder Woman got 2 films, and Superman only got 1. And that's another thing that really bugged me about DC the past 10+ years. You have the perfect Superman, and you give him 1 standalone film. And his was probably the best out of all the DC films that they brought out. You give him 1 film. Dumb, it's crazy. See, that's why Marvel violated DC in the recent film Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a point for another day. Yeah, the point being, their movies have not been living up to the same par as Marvel movies. And then 2022 came. The Batman came. Pause. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. The Batman arrived. Damn, even that one, I don't know that. The Batman film was released. Yes, Batman is here. 2022, Batman. The year of the Batman. Finally. It's like all DC fans' prayers have been answered, me included. They brought out a Batman film that is street level. No mystical powers, no big superheroes flying in the sky, no multiverse, no aliens. Batman. That film was like a 10 out of 10. And finally, us DC fans are like, wow, we have arrived. Marvel, we're here now. And the film was received very well, as it should have been, because it was just a banger. And it got Marvel fans or people who like Marvel thinking, maybe we don't need the multiverse. Maybe we don't need world level threats. Maybe the world doesn't need to end in every single movie. Maybe it's okay to have a city-wide threat. and the movie will still be good. Yes, because Batman, it made superheroes and villains more realistic. No one has super strength, no one can fly through the sky, but the film is gripping. You can feel the drama, you can feel the stakes. They're still high, even though the world is not going to end, but the stakes are still high. And this is why I think DC have hit the nail on the head. They've recognized what the crowd wants. They've tapped into a market that Marvel hasn't really tapped into very well yet. Although the Daredevil series was very good in terms of, street level threat. But outside of that, everything Marvel does is huge, massive budget, world ending threats. Thanos is gonna click his finger and 50% of the world is gone. And that was great a couple years back, but now it's a bit overdone. Now it's like, you know what? We know the world's not gonna end. We know the hero's gonna win. You know what I mean? No one really cares for that anymore. And DC have figured that out, which is why the Batman is rising up the ranks. And now we move swiftly on to Penguin, which is a spin-off of Batman. Brilliant, brilliant. Just diving into the world of Penguin the villain and what he's gone through to get to the top. Every episode was so good. They didn't get below an 8.5 star rating on IMDb. You know how mad that is? The highest rated episode was 9.6, 9.7 out of 10. Near perfect. Fans are clocking on. We don't need the multiverse. We don't need it. DC are coming back. Just give it time. It started off with the Batman. Fantastic. Now the Penguin. Fantastic. I'm hearing that they're gonna release a Joker series. Some people are iffy about it, but after what they've done with the Penguin, I'm so excited. They can do whatever they want. Matt Reeves, give him the keys, let him drive. Matt Reeves, give him the saucepan and the kitchen, let him cook. Hey, he's cold. He's cold. Marvel, they're gonna have to get back in shape. They've released a little bit too much content over the past couple years with all the TV series that they've been releasing, and they've not been hitting. They've been releasing woke series, things that people don't care about, things that people don't want to see. She-Hulk, Miss Marvel. This is time that I wish I got back. I wasted my time watching those, but I didn't waste my time watching Penguin. I didn't waste my time watching Batman. You know what I mean? Where Marvel have lacked, DC are starting to gain, and I'm gassed. But not only that, we have the Batman universe, which they're trying to keep street level to a degree. They're trying to keep the powers away from it. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple powers here and there. We know some Batman villains have powers, and I'd happily introduce them into the Batman network. It'll be fantastic. But they want to stay away from that for now, and that's fine. But in terms of DC going into that superpower route, Superman is coming out soon, and they've got the cast ready for Green Lantern. We haven't seen Green Lantern on the big screen for a long time, and the last time he was on the big screen, it was not very well received. So I'm hoping they can do a good job, because Green Lantern is a great hero, man. His powers are so interesting. It would do well if they do it properly, but we're gonna have to wait and see what they're doing with that. Now DC have got the answers. DC are releasing the films, and Marvel needs to answer. Marvel needs to come back with something, because it seems like without spending 300, 400 million on a film, Marvel can't make anything decent. And even if they do spend that much, they release crap like Thor, the recent one. That was horrid. Now it's time for Marvel to stand up, because DC is back. DC is back, and it's not going anywhere. DC is only going to go from strength to strength. Marvel since 2019 have only been going down the drain, and now it's time for DC to rise up. Let me know in the comments down below, who is your favorite superhero? And while you're at it, let me know, are you Team DC or Team Marvel? Anyways, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up for today. I've been Timmy Tachi. You've been entertained. You should like the video, and you should definitely subscribe. Until next time, glory, glory, glory.